EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
At the 28-yard line.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Good. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At his 48-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
The tackle made.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott from the gun. That'll be complete to Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott flush to his right. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Sherman on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. J.K. Dobbins, 66 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Buccaneers.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he goes out right around the 39.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he finds Howard complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep.
There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Matt Breida, 51 yards. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Buccaneers 10, Cowboys 7. Bradley Pinion.
Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's a toss right side for Breida. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the 30.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Complete to
Matt Breida. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. And getting this just shy of midfield, spotted at the 49. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
And a Buccaneer first down.
There you go. 54 Mike. Hey, D-Line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Mike's 50. Go 46. 54. Switch. Hey. 54 Mike. 54 Mike. 26.
Here's Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up second down.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Hey, 25 for Mike. Double dog. That's the way.
Prescott yet again. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Bucs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on... Oh, Prescott stripped. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now Prescott, airing one out for Crowder. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Too little,
Prescott. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To throw is Prescott. Airing one out for Crowder. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
At their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Out. And 47.
Final play of the half. Prescott flushed out right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off and a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, Prescott stripped. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Past the 20. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
The Cowboys will line
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because...
And this is caught at the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 58 yards. From the red zone now, Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On second down, Prescott again. He's going to take off with it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Johnson the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Tyler Johnson, the one he was looking for. But now it's third and goal.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Prescott on third and goal. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going to take a shot for Gallup. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And now it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's got daylight. 20. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Tampa Bay. Nick Folk.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over first and
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
it's now 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. And a throw right sideline here is complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
At the 43-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. The 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CeeDee, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He sets to fire deep. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle. Go to 54, go to 54.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Buccaneers 50, Cowboys 15. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
57, Cowboys 15. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. And down he goes. goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Buccaneers have it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Here we go. Go right in. Check 55, Mike. What we got? What we got? What we got? What do you think?
On 1st down, here's Breida. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. And even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay.
Matt Breida taking it in. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Give him 58 yards on the ground.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to...
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Buccaneers 71, Cowboys 15. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will